Hello, I'm Jeremy Bloss with the MU McNair Scholars Program. I'm here to talk about the mentor application. This video is more talking about the nuts and bolts of the mentor application and what you need to do as a student to be able to submit it. But finding a mentor is one of the biggest parts of the McNair Scholars Program. Talking with past McNair scholars, their mentor relationship has always been huge. I strongly encourage you, if you're having trouble finding it, look at this information on how to find a mentor. Or come and see me, come see someone in our office to be able to really talk about different proposed mentors and different ways of how to do that. We talked about it a little bit at our informational sessions, so if you're still debating if you want to do that, we love trying to have it. Now, you don't have to have a mentor to apply, but it's strongly encouraged. In fact, most of the students who apply have one, and those that don't, it's more there's a reason. Maybe they have an appointment set up for maybe a couple days later after the McNair application's already been submitted, or they're still debating between a couple different ones and trying to figure it out for themselves. It's nothing to be taken lightly, but working on it now is going to have a big influence. So if you click on McNair application, you can see there's just a brief area that you'll fill out some information about yourself, and through the magic of a different tab, I'll go ahead and fill it out. And so what this does is just information about you, who your proposed mentor is, and click submit. What that will then do is send them an email. The email will also go to you, where it says they have asked you to be a mentor. Click here to submit a mentor application. Hopefully this is not the first that they've heard of you being their mentor, of you wanting them as a mentor or the McNair Scholars Program. I really recommend for mentors you talk to the person, be able to do some of that. I've got some great tips on how to do that, but just not in this video. So if you click on submit a mentor application, the first thing it'll do, that gave you to the wrong screen, the first thing it'll do is give all this information for the mentor to review and look over. It'll say Jeremy Bloss in this case, but it'll put your name right there and have all this information about different, some things about our program and some things that they need to be aware of before they say, yes, I wouldn't mind being their mentor. We do have an orientation for mentors. Once you're into the program, we'll have that at the end of August, at the beginning of September. So they won't be going into this blind when the actual program really starts during the start of the next academic year. But they should still be aware of a lot of this. If you scroll down, you can see all the other information about that. But you can also see some of their responsibilities that they'll be doing. None of this should be anything confusion for students or for mentors as well. If you then go down next, you'll see they'll start to fill out some information about you. You know, what student they're going to be a mentor for, some information about themselves, whether or not they're going to be able to be a mentor for you for the summer or not. Are you willing to be in the future academic polls, or then the upcoming summers or semester you might be away from campus? It always seems we'll have a few mentors who maybe aren't able to do it for one summer. Maybe they've got a sabbatical coming up, or they're going to go off and do some research. That's where we're able to tell us about that, any limitations that might have it. That won't prevent them from being a mentor. It's just something we'll need to be aware of and be able to talk about it at an interview with the student and be able to go from there as well. Next part, there are really 4 different questions that mentors do on this application. The first is, what area of research will the student be engaged? Our proposals for students and their research aren't due until October for the students conducting it during their academic year. But this is mainly talking about what area of research is a student going to be doing. What's the research? A general idea is fine. There's still plenty of time for students to be able to develop the actual research they'd be doing. If possible and appropriate, what professional conferences would you like to take your student to? List a couple different conferences that you might be considering. Our main goal for this is to be able to see you do not have to take a student to it. We'll be going over it more in orientation as well, but different conferences that might be in the horizon for the student to go to. If we go next screen, this is the opportunity to say, what is it like working with the student? What will their responsibilities be? What they expect to go through? We found that most faculty members will kind of get their scholars' feet wet in research first before they can continuously give them more and more duties and responsibilities. We do have certain benchmarks that we expect students to meet that we'll be going over at an orientation, but this is just to be able to show some of what is expected as well. And then what will be your role as mentor, including your responsibilities to the student, should be pretty self-explanatory as well. And finally, we ask for a CV. We hope for an abbreviated curriculum, VITA, but we'll take any of that you'll give us, mainly listing the different areas that you're going into. So really what we do with the mentor application is then to be able to try to help see the fit between what a mentor application mentor is doing and versus a personal statement that the student has submitted to us. So we can see whether or not that's a right fit for our student, what we're going to be able to go on with. This is also your opportunity to be able to show us any worries or concerns you might have for the student as well, by putting that in these last little blanks as well, your role as a mentor. Thank you.